If you're over 60, a simple habit might silently raise your stroke risk while you sleep. No warning, no pain, just one moment you're fine, the next you can't lift your arm, your speech slurs, or you lose balance. As a brain doctor, I've seen this too often, not from smoking or poor diet, but from something many think helps: vitamins. Especially one. Let's uncover what's silently putting millions of seniors at risk every night. As a neurologist, I've seen too many seniors suffer not from bad habits, but from something they believed was helping: daily vitamins. Some are helpful, yes, but others, taken at the wrong dose or time, can silently damage your brain. Today I'll show you 5 common vitamins that may raise your risk of stroke, brain bleeds, or morning blood pressure spikes. This could save your life. Some vitamins work well, but others, especially in high doses or at the wrong time, can silently harm your brain. Let's dive into which ones to avoid. I'm about to reveal 5 popular vitamins that could raise your risk of stroke, brain bleeds, or sudden spikes in blood pressure, especially in the early morning, when your brain is most vulnerable. If you've ever taken vitamins D, E, B6, A, or niacin, this video could be life-saving. If you've taken vitamin D, E, B6, A, or niacin, this video could save your life. But before we begin, tell me, have you ever questioned if your vitamins could be harmful? Comment 1 if you're curious, 0 if this is all new. Let's protect your brain starting now. If brain health matters to you or someone you love, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Health 365 for honest, science-backed tips made just for seniors. Let's start with the most surprising one: vitamin D. While it supports bone health, mood, and immunity, too much, especially at night, can raise your stroke risk silently. You've probably heard vitamin D is good for bones, mood, and the immune system, and that's true in moderation. But most seniors are never warned that taking too much, especially at night, could silently raise their stroke risk. Walter, a 74-year-old retired Navy veteran, took his supplements like clockwork: 10,000 IU of vitamin D daily. He believed he was protecting his bones. One morning, his wife found him confused, unable to speak, right arm stiff. He'd had a silent stroke during sleep. Blood tests showed dangerously high calcium and stiff arteries. The culprit? Vitamin D overdose. Vitamin D toxicity causes calcium to build up in your blood. With nowhere to go, it hardens your arteries, leading to clots that can travel straight to your brain. This creates a perfect storm: less flexible arteries, dehydration, poor sleep, and a calcium spike, especially at night. The scariest part? No warning signs. You fall asleep feeling fine, and wake up with your life changed forever. Let's protect your brain. Here's what you might not know. Many over-the-counter vitamin D supplements in the US contain far more than what older adults actually need: 5,000, even 10,000 IU. People take them daily, believing more is better. But studies show that even 2,000 IU per day may be too much if you're not deficient. Taking excessive D isn't harmless, it can quietly push your health over the edge. Let me be clear. If you're taking vitamin D, especially with calcium or heart medication, you must monitor your blood levels regularly. And always take it in the morning, never before bed. Timing and dosage matter more than most people realize, especially as we age. Do you know how many IU your supplement contains? Type D in the comments if you're currently taking vitamin D. Start the conversation now, and if this made you rethink your habits, like this video to help others find it too. If that surprised you, wait until you hear about the next vitamin commonly used to protect heart health, but in seniors, it could trigger something even more dangerous than blood clots: brain bleeding. Let's talk about vitamin E. Vitamin E is often called heart support. If you've been taking it for years, you're not alone. Many over 60 take vitamin E daily, hoping it helps their heart, boosts circulation, even enhances memory and skin health. But what's not on the label may put your brain at risk. What's not printed on the bottle? Too much vitamin E, especially when combined with common heart medications, can raise your risk of brain bleeding, even if you're doing everything else right. Let me tell you a story I'll never forget. Evelyn Brooks, 81, a retired librarian from Ohio, sharp, witty, always with a book in hand. She had heart valve disease and was on warfarin, a common blood thinner. Everything seemed under control until one day. Her doctors monitored everything: blood tests normal, blood pressure stable. But one day she picked up a bottle of natural vitamin E she saw in a magazine, 800 IU per capsule. I thought it would help my memory and circulation, she told me. 3 weeks later she was rushed to the ER. Terrible headache, confusion, vomiting. A brain scan revealed hemorrhagic stroke, bleeding inside her brain. It wasn't from high blood pressure. Not from a fall. But from combining high-dose vitamin E with warfarin. Her blood had become too thin to clot. Just one fragile blood vessel in her brain had burst. Here's what most people don't realize. High-dose vitamin E acts like a natural blood thinner. It slows your ability to clot. If you're already taking aspirin, Plavix, or any blood-thinning medication, adding vitamin E can silently increase your risk of internal bleeding, especially in the brain where even a small bleed can take away your ability to speak, remember, or walk. The recommended daily amount for older adults is just 15 milligrams, or about 22 IU. But most supplements on the shelf contain 200, 400, even 1000 IU per capsule without warning labels or advice. Many seniors take these daily for years, not knowing they're slowly putting themselves at risk. Evelyn survived, but now walks with a cane. Her short-term memory has never been the same. Through tears she told me, "I just wanted to help myself. I didn't know I was doing harm." And that's what breaks my heart, because she's not alone. So many older adults assume if it's a vitamin it must be safe. But the truth is, not all vitamins are safe, especially if you're on heart or blood pressure medication. Always speak to your doctor before starting anything new. Now, if the thought of brain bleeding wasn't scary enough, there's another vitamin commonly taken to support nerves and energy that can silently damage your nerves. And sometimes the damage is permanent. Let's talk about vitamin B6. It's often labeled as a nerve support or brain booster. You've probably seen it in bottles at the pharmacy claiming to improve energy, focus, or even memory. Maybe someone told you it's great for aging nerves. But here's what most seniors are never warned. Too much vitamin B6 can actually harm your nerves, and in some cases the damage is permanent. Let me tell you about Harold Jenkins. He's 76, a retired truck driver from Kansas. One day, he came to my office with numb feet, tingling hands, and poor balance. At first he thought it was just aging. But then he started falling, first once, then again. The third time he hit his head on the bathroom floor. I checked his supplements and immediately found the problem. He'd been taking a nerve support formula for over a year. The label promised brain health and circulation. But each pill contained 100 milligrams of B6 and he was taking 2 daily. That's 200 milligrams a day, over 10 times the safe limit for seniors. Here's the scary part. Unlike some vitamins, B6 doesn't flush out easily. It builds up over time. In older adults, it can damage the protective coating around your nerves like insulation peeling off a wire. The result? Tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, tremors, even confusion or memory issues. Worse, symptoms appear slowly. Many think it's arthritis, aging, or early dementia. But it could be vitamin B6 toxicity, a preventable nerve injury caused by pills meant to help. And if not caught early, the damage can be permanent. Mr. Jenkins was lucky. Stopping the supplements kept it from getting worse. But he still uses a cane. He no longer drives. He told me, "I just wanted to protect my brain. I didn't realize I was poisoning it." Let's be clear, vitamin B6 is important, but in very small amounts. Older adults only need 2 to 10 milligrams a day, and that includes what you get from food. But many brain boosters sold online or in stores contain 50, 100, even 200 milligrams, not just unnecessary but dangerous. So if you're taking any supplement labeled for nerves, brain, or energy, check the label. Know your dosage. And comment B6 if you've used one or know someone who has. Now you may be thinking, surely vitamins like A must be safe, it's just for vision, right? Well, not exactly. Let's talk about vitamin A. Some say it helps you age gracefully. But here's what almost no one tells you, especially if you're over 60. Too much vitamin A doesn't just sit in your body, it builds up. Over time, this can raise pressure inside your skull like a stroke, damaging your vision and even affecting your brain. Let me tell you about Dorothy Simmons, a 79-year-old retired piano teacher from Oregon. She loved music, taught students from her living room, and took great pride in living independently. Then one day she began having headaches. then blurry vision, dizziness, and slurred speech. Her family feared the worst, a stroke. But scans showed no clots, no bleeding. Instead, she had increased intracranial pressure, too much pressure in her brain, fluid backed up, veins stretched. The cause? Vitamin A toxicity. She'd been taking a high-dose skin and eye supplement for over 5 years, nearly 10,000 IU daily, without even realizing it. Here's the key difference. Vitamin A is fat-soluble. Your body stores it in your liver, tissues, even your brain. It doesn't flush out like C or B. And as we age, our liver slows down, so buildup happens even faster. Too much vitamin A can lead to something called pseudotumor cerebri. Symptoms include headache, blurry or double vision, dizziness, nausea, even permanent vision loss or cognitive decline. The tricky part: many multivitamins already meet the daily A requirement, but people often double or triple up by adding anti-aging or skin products. The safe upper limit for older adults is about 2,500 to 3,000 IU per day, only when needed and under medical supervision. Yet many online products contain 5,000 to 10,000 IU, taken daily for months or even years. It's easy to see how damage can quietly build. Ms. is slowly recovering, but now needs frequent eye checks, pressure monitoring, and balance therapy. She told me, "I thought I was doing something good for my body. I never imagined it could hurt my brain." That's why I share her story, not to scare you, but to make sure you have the knowledge to protect yourself and your independence. If you think vision vitamins are risky, wait until you hear what happens when a heart health vitamin suddenly raises your blood pressure. Let's talk about niacin, vitamin B3, a vitamin you may have taken or been told to take for heart health. Niacin, also known as vitamin B3, is often praised as a natural way to lower cholesterol. Some doctors even prescribe it. You'll find it in heart supplements, energy drinks, and fortified cereals. But here's what's often left out, especially for seniors. High-dose niacin can silently trigger dangerous changes in your blood pressure and even cause stroke. Let me introduce you to Frank Miller, 82, a retired mailman from Florida. He came to me with strange symptoms: facial flushing, pounding heartbeat, and morning dizziness that came and went. His wife thought it was anxiety. His son blamed the blood pressure meds. But the real cause was something no one thought to check. Dennis was taking an over-the-counter heart health supplement. The label said, supports cholesterol and circulation. On the back, 1,000 milligrams niacin per dose. He took it twice a day, 2,000 milligrams daily, over 60 times what most older adults actually need. This is what happens when you take high-dose niacin. It causes your blood vessels to suddenly dilate. That's why your face may flush or feel warm. But soon after, those blood vessels snap back and constrict. That sudden tightening can spike blood pressure, strain the heart, and reduce blood flow to your brain. Over time, this yo-yo effect is like tapping a hammer against fragile glass. Eventually, something breaks. Dennis experienced a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, a mini stroke. His speech slurred for 2 minutes, then returned to normal. He thought he got lucky. I had to tell him the hard truth. The daily supplement meant to help his heart was quietly damaging his brain. And he's not alone. Many seniors take high-dose niacin without even realizing it. They buy time-release or flush-free versions online, thinking they're safer. But even these can raise blood pressure, cause arrhythmias, and affect blood sugar. Here's what you need to know. For older adults, any niacin over 50 milligrams a day should only be used under medical supervision. And if you have high blood pressure, heart rhythm issues, or take medications, please check the label. Dennis has now stopped taking niacin. He's recovering with no permanent damage. But he told me something I'll never forget. "Doc, I thought I was doing everything right. I didn't know I was gambling with my brain." Now that we've uncovered 5 common vitamins, each silently capable of harming your brain, you may be wondering what to take instead, or better yet, what to eat. Let's talk about real food, the kind that protects your brain without the risks. Now you might ask, if these vitamins can be risky, what should I do instead? That's a great question, because the truth is, your body wasn't built to run on pills. It was made to thrive on real food. Natural, nutrient-rich food that your brain can recognize, absorb, and use in just the right amounts. Let me tell you about Margaret Wilson, age 73, a retired school principal from Arizona. When we first met, she pulled out a drawer full of supplements: vitamin D for bones, E for heart, B complex for energy, niacin for cholesterol. "I thought I was doing everything right, doc," she said. But she felt dizzy in the mornings, off balance, and her blood pressure kept rising. Something wasn't right. So we did something radical. We cleared out everything one by one. We replaced the pills with real food. No miracle diet, no fancy program. Just simple whole foods, timed right and well combined. Her breakfast? A boiled egg for clean protein, half an avocado for healthy fats, 1 slice of whole grain toast, a handful of brain protective blueberries, a glass of room temp water to hydrate the brain. Sometimes a few walnuts or almonds. That's it. No powders, no pills, just real, recognizable, nourishing food. Within weeks, Maggie felt the difference: less dizziness, stable blood pressure, renewed energy. She told me, "My mind feels sharper now than it has in years." Here's why this works. Your brain needs hydration, healthy fats, steady fuel, and micronutrients in their natural form. It doesn't need megadoses, it needs balance. Some of the best foods for older adults include leafy greens like spinach and kale, rich in folate and antioxidants. Fatty fish like salmon or sardines, full of omega-3s to protect brain cells. Berries for inflammation-fighting polyphenol. Seeds and nuts for vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy fats. Whole grains to stabilize blood sugar and support blood flow. Remember, these foods support not just your brain but also your heart, bones, mood, and mobility. You're not just eating, you're healing with every bite. Final wake-up call. Awareness is your best medicine. At this stage in life, every choice matters more. It's not just the pills you take, it's what you know about them that truly protects you. Your body at 60, 70, or 80 doesn't process supplements the same way it did decades ago. Even good habits like taking vitamins can backfire if you're not careful. That's why awareness is your strongest medicine. You don't have to fear vitamins, but you must respect them. Read labels, ask your doctor, and listen to your body, especially when it whispers. If any part of this video spoke to you, leave a comment with one change you'll start making tomorrow. If this helped you, please like it so others can find it too, and subscribe so we can keep learning, growing, and getting stronger together. You're not alone in this journey, and you're never too old to reclaim control of your health.